You want to know something crazy? You're not even gonna believe me, but this project is damn near like 4 years in the making. That's what's crazy about it, right? So a little bit of a backstory, because I'm an open book, bro. I don't like, my life is literally a fucking movie, bro. I've been through too much, and I don't even know how I'm still standing, honestly. Like, I don't know what drives me every day to wake up, and the will that I have within me it gotta be heaven sent or spiritual in a certain sense. I don't know what the fuck it is. I got a guardian angel or somebody up there. So in about, I want to say 2015 to 2016, I started working on Bodega Dreams 3. And what happened with me was I had got locked up in 2016. And I did 2 years. Came home and I said, you know what, man? I want to work on me. Like, I'm going to put the music to the side. Like, let me get myself together. Let me start doing some soul searching and see if, this is really what I want to continue doing for the rest of my life, just giving my all to my passion. And, a lot of this music was already done. This shit was just in the vault, just chilling, like all this music. And I was like, you know what, man? I got to put it out to the people, man. This is my story. This is my legacy. This is what the things I've gone through. These are the things that have shaped and molded me into the man I am today. So I have to put this out. It's like a birthright. Like, it has to happen. So last year around, like in the middle of the summer, like I was like, you know what? I'm going to start, putting it together and, just, kind of like creating the rollout for it and getting it going. So, as far as like, back then what sparked it was because originally it was Bodega Dreams, just period. And then it was Bodega Dreams 2. Obviously it was the trilogy, but those projects were so old. I was making music in 07, 08. Like you said, like it's levels to, your progression within music. And I feel like my sound then, I was still trying to figure it out. I didn't know what I really wanted to talk about. I didn't know how I wanted to approach my music. I didn't know what I wanted to say at the time. So it was just like a lot of trial and error music. So like, I feel like the music you hear now is me. It's who I am. It's what it is. Is what you get. So, that's kind of why you can't search the net and find any of those on any of that music right now at all. Because I took it down. But and this is like the SoundCloud days when SoundCloud was popping. Like SoundCloud was like it. Like you could drop something and you could get easily like 10,000 views for nothing. Like it was just because everybody was constantly on it. There wasn't no Spotify, none of that other Apple Music. I don't believe was out then. I don't think at the time. This is like 06, 07. So anyways, as far as just my creative process with Bodega Dreams 3, I wanted to give the people, like I said, who I really am and kind of just like, show my influences when it came to the Spanish side of things and just things that I, like I said, I saw and went through growing up. And, I guess, when I came home from, being incarcerated, I was like, yo, this is something, like I said, I have to do. Like I needed to do this. So it was just one of those things, man. It was in me to do it. So I had to put it out. It was one of those things. It was like kind of haunting me. I couldn't just have all this music just chilling for no reason. I'd have to say Lifestyle and Break Bread. Break Bread, I actually wrote when I was locked up. No beat, no nothing. Came up with the melody. I'm actually singing on the hook, but people don't know that. People ask me profusely, like, yo, who's that on the hook? Who's that on the hook? I'm like, that's me. And they didn't know that. So think about it. I'm laying down in a cot with a paper and pad, no beat, no nothing. Like I just came up with the melody out of nowhere. And that was very meaningful to me in that aspect with that record. And then Lifestyle, I think was, originally, people knew that beat from like Fat Joe, but like the original sample is from the Navy. But people don't know that's like the Navy orchestra. So one day I was just kind of like going through sounds and different beats like on YouTube, just kind of like going through some shit. and I came across this instrumental, and it was just a Navy symphony. And I'm like, let me check it out. You know, my pops was in the Navy for 25 years. So I was like, you know, maybe I could get some ideas from this. I mean, maybe I could just derive some inspiration from it. And when I heard it, I was like, hold up, this is the shit Fat Joe took. And I was like, holy fuck. And when you hear it, it sounds like a fucking anthem. Like when the moment you hear it, it's like anthem vibes off the rip. The moment it's like Dipset, their Dipset anthem. It's like the same thing. Like when you hear it, you're like, holy fuck. It's just so captivating immediately the moment you hear it that you're like, nah, I gotta engage. The beat off the rip captures you. And then, you know, and I start spitting, it's like, holy fuck. It's like the contrast of them both is like mind blowing. So I was like, yo, this beat, I had to flip it. I sent it to my producer. He flipped it. He did what he did, and the rest is just history, bro. But yeah, bro, like I feel like every record on there has its own little story. But yeah, bro, a lot of music, way more music, man. This year, like I'm just working on building my catalog and you know, coming out with more visuals and just kind of just staying busy, man. Like just staying focused on just my artistry, man, and just putting out music regardless of what it may do or the way the people may receive it. I just want to build my catalog and my legacy within this music, regardless of where it takes me. You know what I mean? Like I've accomplished a lot within this music industry that a lot of people aren't even familiar with, and I pride myself in those things, even the most simplest accomplishments, man. Like I'm a very humble dude, man. I don't allow those things to, you know, control my world or, you know, put me in this, you know, on a high horse, if you will. So, you know, I guess this year it's all about just being productive, man, and just staying focused and being disciplined with my music and my artistry. Like I said, I think the most, the most biggest thing in my life is just, you know, being there for me and my child and my family. And, you know, if something, you know, and if it's in God's plans and in God's timing and it works in my favor, hey, man, like, you know, I'm all for it, man. You know, if I could feed my family off this music shit, let's do it. You know what I mean? Like, but when it comes to me wanting to see something come from it, you know, I'm not as enthusiastic as I once was. You know what I mean? Like when I was younger, I was like, yo, this music shit it has to work. Like, oh my God. Now I'm just like, yo, I'm just doing music for fun. This is my passion. This is what I love to do. This is my passion. God chose this to be my passion. You get what I'm saying? This is what I know is meant for me. You know, aside from other things, but this is what I know I'm great at. You know, one of the things that I know I'm great at, and I'm gonna just keep doing it, man. You know what I mean? Like I said, just stay busy, stay disciplined, and just stay focused.